those negative thoughts you have in your head that are holding you back from making your decisions, they could be keeping you in a really, really bad day. You could be telling yourself that you're not good enough to do something, not creative enough, not this, not that. But at the end of the day, they're just thoughts, and they're your thoughts. So you can change your mind to be whatever you want. You can change your reality to be whatever you want it to be, just by what you're thinking and what you're telling yourself, the words you're using and the way you're describing yourself. And yeah, you have that power. I don't think you realize how powerful you are, that when you're having a bad day, when those negative thoughts are, it keeps falling, but when those negative thoughts are coming at you and they're like ruminating, they're getting really, really loud in your head, you can change those thoughts at any second, literally. Like, you don't have to wait for a Sunday to start or a Monday to start, like being your best self. You can choose in that second. You don't have to wait any longer. You can stop those thoughts whenever you feel like it, literally. It's your mind, it's your reality. You can shape it however you want it to be. That's like the power you hold. This is literally, I'm just in your reality. You are the main character. I'm coming to you when you need to hear it, when it works in your reality, and I'm just like a channel through that. So, and I come from the aspect of like, this is what I was thinking when I was going through negative thoughts yesterday, and I hope my camera doesn't keep slipping, but I know it will. We're just gonna have to keep fixing it. That's okay. But yesterday I was having a lot of negative thoughts. It was just one of those days where nothing was going well. I was trying to make jewelry, and it took me like twice as long to make the pieces that I was making, twice as long as normal, and it just like wasn't working. Nothing seemed to be working. But I decided, like, I took a step back, and I was even telling myself, I sort of went down a quick like rabbit hole super, super quickly, that the project I was working on, it wasn't good. I wasn't qualified. Like, I couldn't get it done. And the client that I had, they were going to hate them. And it was just like so fast, like within a few seconds. And I immediately had to like corral those thoughts and to control them and be like, no, they wanted to work with me for a reason. And I haven't gotten this far because my work is crap. So, and that I don't, that people don't like it. So it was just like, I instantly had to change my negative thoughts, and I instantly had to control them. And that is how quickly it can be when you're having negative thoughts. You can instantly turn it around. You don't have to, like I said, wait until Sunday to do that. Wait until like another time that's beneficial. You can literally do it in that second, because you are the master and the creator of your reality. And then, like I said, I am just here to channel this message and to tell you this. And you can do with it whatever you want, of course, but you can choose to create your reality however you want it to be at any second of your day. You don't have to wait until a specific time. And it's also a reminder, when those negative thoughts come up, that you have already accomplished and gotten through every single adversity, every single difficult challenge that you have ever faced in your life. You've gotten yourself to this point here. And that isn't an easy thing to do. Like, you've gotten through, anything anybody's ever said about you, done to you, anything that's ever happened to you. You know your situation best. And I could get real personal, real deep with that we have gotten through every single thing that life has thrown at us. And we're still standing. We're still here. And we're not going to let those negative thoughts win today, any day, not anytime soon. So for a quick introduction, my name is on my cup. My name is Julia. And I love to come on here and bring my personal experiences, my advice, everything that I've been through, in order to help you in whatever aspect you need it to. So today we're talking more so about negative thoughts, how to get through those when it could like start off as a good day and then things sort of spiral and get out of our control. But we're here to grab that control back from those negative thoughts, from negative, difficult things happening in our day. We're going to control that. Guy's not going to be in the frame anymore. Got him out of there. A little piece of dust. And I've been coming on, I think, since November, on and off. I went through a really big spiritual journey. A lot I learned. And I felt like I was sort of tossed into it. Like, I accepted it into my life I remember December 8th. And then for like 2 months, it was just like falling down the rabbit hole, like healing this, healing that. It was just like constant. And I was like, I was in that. I accepted that. Like I said, I welcomed it into my life. And because I said I was like ready for it, I wanted to change my life. I got sick of the role I was letting myself play in my own life, of holding myself back and not wanting the best for myself, but like wanting it, but also not, like being afraid of it happening, being afraid of the best thing happening. And I was tired of that. So I am back now. I think I did a video a couple weeks ago, and then I sort of lost myself a little bit and also was overthinking about how to deliver this type of information, and just like advice and my personal experiences, and to talk more. I've always had a difficult time talking. I do have like Mercury in Pisces in my chart. And that can manifest as like difficulty, like communicating, expressing my thoughts, expressing my feelings, because it's all like going on up here, like it's like an essay up here. Like it makes sense. But when it comes down to my mouth, it's just like gibberish. It doesn't make sense. It isn't like earthly speech at all. Like it just, so talking more and posting videos and stuff and putting myself out there more has really helped me. So what I've actually done is, this is actually my diary sort of journal. I got this at Barnes & Noble, and it has this really, really cute spider on it. But I thought the best way to probably approach this, excuse me, is to talk about my journal entries. And I do it not as coming from, this is what I did today, like this is what I ate, just reflecting on the day and how I felt and the things that I learned throughout the day, so I can share these kinds of lessons with you guys or whoever is watching. So I would like to do that. I'm really gonna, put myself into creating a routine, because I really, really struggle with that. And I can feel mentally different ways every single day. And I also, again, allow that to hold me back. So I'm going to be getting into routine, coming on here every day with my little tea in the morning to share a message, share what I was reflecting on the night before and the day before. And hopefully that'll help. I feel like these are also like negative thoughts. These are things that we tend to deal with at any aspect of our life. It could be just a random day and the negative thoughts could get to us. So now that my introduction's out of the way, let's get more into this video. And what was I thinking? Let me see what I was writing and what sort of made me get into this mindset. Well, headset, I guess, is the same thing, but it just sounds funny. And okay. Oh, so yesterday I was at the dentist. It is 11:24. I got to go to the dentist in a little bit for 12. But I was there, and I was just going in for a cleaning. And oh my God, I just lost oh yeah. So I have to get a filling replaced, which is nice. Like they caught that like my filling had come out. So I'm getting a new filling today at 12. Excuse me. New filling today at 12, and I'm going to be getting a crown for my root canal, which I know it's time to get that crown. I thought I could do without it. I thought the root canal and I were just going to be, it was going to be us, and then that was going to be it. Because I do have like something, it's just like a coating after the root canal, but you're supposed to get a crown because your tooth is now more susceptible to cracking and breaking, and there is a chip on my tooth. So now I'll be getting a crown in a couple weeks. So that was just something that happened yesterday. I was just like, I just went in for just a checkup at the dentist, my cleaning, and it was like, well, you gotta get this, you gotta get that, change your toothbrush, do this, do that. And I was just like, I thought I was doing okay. I thought things were going well, and I should just be grateful that they caught it. before I lost any teeth, before I got a cavity. I don't have any cavities, which is really amazing because I love sugar and I have sensitive teeth. So I'm very surprised I don't have a cavity. But yeah, it was just one thing after another yesterday. I got back and things just were not going well. But I decided to change my attitude and to not let those spiraling negative thoughts get to me. And I was thinking about what to journal about yesterday evening. And I just really wanted to deliver this message that the negative thoughts don't have to become your reality. They don't have to let you, the things that we think become how we feel about ourselves and the way we act in our lives. And they can be really, really subtle. And they can also, our negative thoughts can shift our energy and then shift the energy around us and how we approach rooms, how we, how we can change the energy of a room. And it can be like a spiral effect, like just a snowball. And yesterday I didn't want to let my negative thoughts, or really any day, but sometimes I do just want to sulk. Some days you just want to sulk. But when you have to get things done, you can't really let those negative thoughts unfortunately get to you. And they don't have to. Like, another thing that I'm just reading about in my journal, you could be someone, because I've put a lot of work into myself in my healing journey, and this is where I come from. Everything on this channel, everything that I've learned and everything that I've gone through, because like I said, the past couple months I went through a really, really extensive and really deep healing journey, healing a lot of stuff, and a lot of it was letting the ways people think about me bother me. So that can be like another way that negative energies, it also doesn't even have to be your negative thoughts, but it can be the negative energies around you, letting that affect you. And this has been something that I've learned the past couple days, and that's been, not that I've learned, but it's been something that is really, really prevalent in my day-to-day. Just the negative thoughts of people around me. Because, like, for now, I still live with family, and my goal this year is to be out on my own. Because in the past, I've let those negative thoughts, the negative behaviors of other people really, really get to me. And if you live in a situation where you're around people that you don't necessarily get along with, that you don't see eye to eye with, that your mindset is just not the same as those people, and it can be really, really difficult to cope. Just like I said, your day-to-day, it gets really, really difficult for me day-to-day to not soak in those energies of other people. And like, if somebody is upset about something, I don't have to be upset about something. And then it took me a really, really long time to learn. I'm 28 now. I just turned 28 last week. Woo-hoo. But it took me so long to learn. And it wasn't something that I didn't know, but it was something that I had to incorporate day to day into my mindset, to rewrite and to rewire my old mindset and to create what it is now, that you don't have to, you really shouldn't take on the energy of people around you. I guess good or bad. Definitely bad, but like, your energy should be your own, and your thoughts and your feelings should be your own. How you approach situations and how you enter rooms should be, just how you feel. And we shouldn't be taking on the emotions of other people and the energy of other people. And, to go along with this video and to talk about like negative energies and how we can pick up on others' negative energy. I guess I don't know if I'll talk about it in this video, but I will eventually just like talk about what I experience at home. I don't even want to call it a home, just like where I live. Because it doesn't really feel like home. But again, that's like another topic. But it can be really, really difficult to not let those behaviors of others affect us. But it can also be the switch, the flip to do that can be really, really easy, because when I was going through it yesterday, what I started to tell myself was, I don't want to take on that energy. I don't want that energy to become where, you know, if you're putting 90% of your energy into how somebody else is feeling, what they could be feeling and not saying, that you only have 10% left. All of your energy is gone over there. So you can't really think about your own emotions. You can't think about yourself. You can't accomplish the things that you want to do. Like if you're at work and you're worried 90% about what your boss is thinking, you've got 10% to do your job. And that's not going to get you very far. So you can easily take that energy back. Even just saying, I take all of my energy back to myself, to harness and to use on my own, the way I see fit for myself. You could just say something simple like that. And I was watching another video yesterday, last night before I went to go to bed. I was listening to it, and she was saying, I think her name is Freya Ray. I hope I didn't butcher that, but I will leave her, because I found her and I really like her. So I will leave her in the comments below. But she was saying something about protecting yourself and thinking about just a gold light emanating from your chest, from your heart, closing your eyes and just envisioning that and feeling that within yourself to protect yourself. And another thing that I do is I envision myself in a white light. I've heard people say that before. It's just envision a white light surrounding you and protecting you. You can also carry I think star anise is a protection, a piece of protection. I think it's an ingredient that you can use, because anise is the ingredient, but star anise, it's the little piece that you can carry with you. Cinnamon too, even though that's more for good luck. But you can carry things around with you, crystals, however you see fit to protect yourself, so that your energy is your own. Even evil eye, amulets, black obsidian, things like that you can carry with yourself. But it also, at the end of the day, it comes down to your thoughts and what you are telling yourself. So yeah, yesterday I just decided that today's Wednesday. Yeah, even Sunday and Monday over the weekend and the beginning of this week. I just told myself that I don't want to hold on to other people's energy, because that doesn't help me at all. At the end of the day, I don't get my stuff done. I become really, really tired and lethargic. If anybody listens to Gabby Windy, I think she's so funny. I think it's Windy. Yeah, I think. But she was on Trader. She was really, really funny. Yeah, it makes you really lethargic, really tired. I get irritated out of nowhere. I become irritable, really angry and frustrated. And I'm that's not how I started my day. Those weren't the intentions that I set out for myself during the day. And also, intentions are really, really helpful too. To call your energy back and to keep your energy to yourself, to know that you are in control of your energy. You are in control of your thoughts. You can even say I am in control of my thoughts. That's your affirmation. If you keep telling yourself that, and you keep believing that, that is going to become your reality. That is just how quickly we can shift our reality to become favorable to us. And like I said, you are the main character in your own story, in your own life. I am just a channel through, just somebody that you're passing through that is going to help you through. But you're still the main character at the end of the day. I'm not the main character of your life. I'm the main character of my life. But yeah, you control your life. You control your thoughts. They can be whatever you want. You could just disregard, and you should, what everybody thinks about you, or what anybody is saying about you. Because a lot of my life, I have always had people telling me who I am, what I should like, what I'm capable of, what I'm not capable of. And it just kept me in a box to where I was so, like I said, irritable. I knew that I was capable of other things, but I was these are the adults around me that maybe I should listen to them. But no, because at the end of the day, they didn't really support me. Teachers, parents, family members didn't support me the way that they could have, or should have. But I had to pull myself out of that, and to know what I was capable of, I really had to get to know myself. I had to change my thought patterns. I had to get out of their negative, the box that they were keeping me in, and I had to step out of that, even though, like, I had to realize that I had the key to do that. I had the key in my hand, and I was just like wondering why the door wasn't opening, because I had to open it myself. So I had to get those negative thoughts out of my head, get the negative energies out of my auric field. Ooh, yeah. So I had to do that myself. Like I said, like there were definitely like videos like this that I saw, and spiritualists and psychics and tarot readers and things like that who I came across on the internet, but I had to sort of like do that searching. There wasn't like any adult telling me to go do that. So I also like making videos for the people who don't really have those adults, don't really have those influences in their life, to help them, because I didn't for like the longest time. I think it wasn't until I was in college, like the last couple years of college, that I actually started wanting better for myself and realizing that I could do those things. Like nobody was really teaching me that. So I hope this finds you, you know, at any point of your journey, but I hope this finds you when you really, really need it. And I would love to be that help for you, however you need it to be, because like I said, I didn't really have that help. So any way that I can help other people with what I know, to make things easier for them, that's what I love to do. But let me see. Let me look through my journal to see if there's anything else that I would like to say. So, yeah, at the end of the day, you are here. My page is really just about positivity, healing, being like doing that deep work to be your best self and to be honest with yourself at the end of the day, because you can't really do the work if you're not going to be honest with yourself. So you are seeing this because that's the journey you're on. That is what you've accepted into your life. That's what you've welcomed. That's what you've said yes to doing this work. Because there are people who don't say yes to this work. There are people who really go through their entire lives, don't really care about the healing, don't really care about being better, don't really care about the person that they are. That's fine. I guess that's their journey. We're just going to leave them where they're at. And we're going to wish the best for ourselves. And we're going to be doing that work. So that is why you're here. And you should just be focusing, like I said, on who you are, and leave the other people where they're at. If they're not going to be doing the work with you, especially like if it's like a parent who doesn't really understand you, that can be really, really tough to come to terms with. That might be someone who you just have to like let do what they're going to do. When it's a parent, you kind of want the best for them, because that's your parent, you are connected to them. And again, like whatever your situation is, you know what your situation is, but yeah, we can really want to take our parents with us and to want the best for us. Want the best. Ooh, we want them to want the best for us, which that's another topic. But we do also want the best for them. You know, if you got a good relationship with them, even though like I don't have the best relationship with mine, it's gotten better over the years, but I also don't wish harm on them. So I don't know, it can be really difficult. Again, you know your parental situation best. But I gotta go in a couple minutes, so I'm just gonna leave you guys with this. That if there's an energy that you don't want in your life, you can decide at any point that you don't have to have that. If there is somebody saying, you know, little nitpicky things about you that, oh, do you really want that job? Do you really want to do that? Like, you don't need to have that energy. You don't need to tell them your plans and allow them to put that negative energy onto what you're doing. You can keep that to yourself. And again, that can be really tough. That was something that was hard for me to learn, because I wanted my parents, my family to be involved with what I was doing and to be supportive and to be understanding. But that just wasn't what they were called to do. Some people's families more supportive than others. Mine was not. So that was just something that I had to learn for myself. That I had to do a lot myself, and I had to become aware of the energies around me by myself. So there's energy that you don't have to accept into your life, negative energy that you don't need. It could come from your best friend. You don't need to accept that into your life. It could be coming from your dog. Your dog could be one of your haters. But you don't have to accept any energy that you don't want into your life. Anything that anybody is saying to you in any way that you don't like, we can get rid of that. We can leave them where they're at. We don't have to let that into our life. Because again, you are the main character. You decide what happens in your life. You decide how things are going to go. And that is that. You decide. Literally, at the end of the day, period, point blank, you decide. This is your life, and you can transmit that negative energy. You can flip that into creating something that's going to be, you could be like an artist. You could take like really, really difficult emotions, like trauma that you've experienced. You can put it into an artwork. You can put it into a jewelry line, a clothing line. You can write some poetry about it. You can write a book about it. Do whatever you want. Transmute that negative energy. Don't let it keep you down. We're not doing that today. We're not going to let it keep us down ever, basically. That's it. Not in this lifetime. Yeah. I think I've talked about everything that I had in my journal for today. So I really hope that was helpful. Yeah. That's how I ended it. The negative thoughts won't win today or any day. All they are just thoughts. We can choose positive thoughts whenever we want. And this is why I love affirmations, which I talked a little bit about. You can just say, I am the creator of my life. I can achieve my desires. I follow my intuition and my emotions, my feelings about myself, and that is that. That's all it can be. And you can, write them down, say them to yourself day after day, whenever you need them. I do mine in the morning. I do some throughout the day, and then I will do some like gratitude ones at the end of the day. Again, I'll reflect in my journal about the things I'm grateful for, things I experience, and the things that I want to bring to you guys. So that is about that for the day. Affirmations can be really helpful. That's where I landed it on. And yeah, moral of the story, affirmations are great. Say your affirmations, write them down. Tell them to yourself however you like, and get that negative energy out. Can't even speak. I can't even say that. Get that out of your life. You don't need it. I hope you had your tea with me. It's a couple minutes before I gotta go to the dentist. And they're just like right over there. So yeah. I'm gonna go get my filling. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I hope you harness your energy how you want it to. You harness that energy and you disperse it. You pass it around like little cookies, little chips. You share it however you see fit. Because you are a gift. You should be sprinkling your little gifts however you want them to be. Treasure yourself, your energy, and decide. You decide. You decide, you decide, you decide. That is that. I'm going to leave it right there because I feel good about that. I feel good about myself for the day. And I hope whoever came across this, I hope that helps. Let me know in the comments if this resonated, something you picked up from it, an affirmation you really like. But that is that for now. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.